And we are live. What is, hey, there she
Hey
is.
guys,
What's
sorry
going on,
about that.
Sophia? No, it's good to see you. Good timing. So we've got an awesome show today. If you're watching, we've got the Elegant Elephant Society. We have the community manager, Sophia, and the founder and creator, Elon Tusk. I love your name, by the way.
Thank you. How's it going, everybody? Sophia, I tried to get my camera working. My Mac would not let the preferences work at all.
Neither would mine. I had to reset my internet and I finally got it up. So gotta love the Macs for those.
But we're here.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Maybe we can just jump right into it. I think both of us have a lot of questions about the project, but one thing we always want to start out, and I'll start with Elon Tusk. I want to find out how you found NFTs, what your background is, and just, how you ended up doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so about 6 months ago, I was just kind of doing nothing. I just finished doing my first feature film this summer, and I was really, got done doing a very big creative project, and I was just sitting around waiting for my next move. And all of a sudden, I came across Lazy Lions on Twitter, and I was like, what is this? Like, what is this project? And it just kept growing hype, and I love the storyline that they had with it, and everything was all this lazy lions. I'm gonna kind of lay back and have a good time, and that's when I was like, wow, I think I can get into this. And so I started doing some more research, and I'm not a big collector, but I am a big creator. So the first thing I did, I was like, hey, I'm already making art. I'm already drawing cute little pictures. Why don't I just create some elephants? Because that's my mom's favorite animal, and so we have them all over the house. And so I just made these little pixelated elephants, and I called it Elegant Elephant Society, and we started giving them away for free on Twitter. And that's kind of the start of our community process. Is we just started giving away free NFTs when they were nobody knew about them yet. So nobody knew about it. That's barely when NFTs started getting really popular. And so being able to kind of just have a community starting on Polygon, it was really interesting, and then it just blossomed into what we have today.
No, that's awesome. That's Sophia, awesome. How did you end up finding Elon Tusk and becoming the community manager?
Oh gosh. So I found them I think the day after they did the free mint. Somebody in one of the groups that I had joined posted up about them. And elephants, kind of the same as Elon said. I've just always loved them. They've always been in the family. My dad always used to give me something, little elephant, for my birthday. So when I saw the elephant NFT, it kind of just instantly clicked. It was one of the first few NFTs that I got involved in, but it just instantly took my heart. The art, Brody, and same with Joey, the team that we have on board, just talking to them, getting to know them, kind of what my vision was, doing a project where I could also do donations with the elephants. Again, love elephants, and then that just sucked me in altogether. Kind of forced myself on the team and just kept doing anything I could to keep the community going. I really loved the project right from the beginning, so I just offered up anything I could do to help the team. And then here I am. Honestly, I just did everything I could to help along the way. I just really love everything about the group that we have and the people we work with.
Yeah, that's great. That's what it's about. People see when you put in an effort, when you want to be involved with things, and I think that's definitely the best way to get your name out there and become involved. And so for those who don't know, can you tell us a bit about your role with the project, Sophia?
Yeah, so as community manager, basically my role is to make sure things are going well in the community. I'm trying to create new graphics for the community to look at, keep things a little bit more interesting, a lot more easier to follow, more structured. Just trying to make sure things stay safe in the community. We keep our team and the people we have in the Discord safe, obviously with a lot of scams, continuously going out there, just making sure I maintain a positive and safe community in the environment that we have.
That's great. Yeah. And it is an exciting time to be an elephant, right? We talked at the beginning of the story. Yeah, you guys dropped phase 4 of your roadmap today, and so we can't wait to get into that. Thank you guys for coming on to break that down with us. But before we do that, I think we do need to get a little bit of background for those who aren't involved with the project. And so there's kind of some key words we wanted you guys to help us define, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. And so the first is, can you tell us the difference between the Elegant Elephant Society and the Elegant Elephant Cousins?
Yeah. So the EES was our first very big expansion. So that's our main sector. Those are our original OG elephants, the ones that kicked it all off, and they really are the foundation of what our project wants to be. You know, we want to be a luxury media brand, and we needed a face for that. And so, working with an artist, I created most of the traits myself, along with working with an artist that no longer works with us. But the main purpose of them was to create that foundation to build us up to be that luxury media brand for Polygon. And along the way, we stumbled across this other elephant project that really wanted to get involved, wanted to be on ETH, but just could not find a way to get over that edge of smart contracts, you know, making a project successful. And so they were kind of dead in the water. They had really great art and they didn't really know what to do. And we noticed that and we said, hey, we love the art. We love the elephants. We know that y'all are great guys working on this project. So we decided to reach out to them and take over their art and really have them kind of join on for the Elegant Cousins. And we decided to make that into our roadmap. So now we basically have a tier system where the Elegant Elephants are our gold standard at the moment, and the Elegant Cousins are our silver standard. So just the tier system between, you know, we want to respect our OG holders, but we also want to bring new people into the society. And that's really why the phase 4 is so important, because it actually allows us to do that, bring them together.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been building? When did the project start, and how long have you guys been at this?
So the project started about, I believe, 6 months ago, and that was with the Pixelated Elephants, and that was the actual OG EES. That's when the name was founded and everything was, the Discord, the Twitter was set up, and then we kept working. We got the now EES art with the amazing elephants on OpenSea, and we didn't really have much luck. You know, we minted at a price. That was when Polygon is still very new, and we didn't really know what to do. So we spoke to our community and decided to go with a free mint, which then sold out in 24 hours because everybody was looking at our elephants. They were just like, we don't have the funds yet. We really want to dive into this project. And after that momentum, we just continued to build and build. And over the last 6 months, we really have just been grinding. I've not taken anything from the project and put everything back in because I really believe into it. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to make, you know, millions of dollars. I'm here to connect with the people. I love people, and I love, you know, making art and being able to create. And so that's my main focus.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting because and I'm going to pull them up here. I think something that you suggested about how you guys just kind of consumed another project that kind of, for lack of a better, couldn't figure it out. I have no idea, because if we look, what we're showing here is your Elegant EES, your gold standard, if you will. And then if we switch to the Cousins, it seems like there's kind of a lot of overlap, at least in maybe the trait characteristics. It still has that EES feel. And so back and forth on, you know, hey, we want you guys to do this trait for us to consume your product. Or how exactly did that communication work? Take the project as is and just integrate it into your network?
Yeah. Funny enough, I mean, I was watching them for about, you know, 3 months before I made any moves on like reaching out to them, because they came out of nowhere. They were, you know, had a booming community, and all of a sudden they just kind of disappeared. And I didn't really know what happened, but I was just sticking on the sidelines because either way, I love elephants. Their mission statement was great. I was going to pick up a few myself. But then eventually it just kept dying out, and I started focusing more on EES, and I came back to it later to find out that, you know, everybody kind of disappeared. Nothing's happening anymore. And I just reached out to them. We got in a phone call, and next thing you know, we had the artwork in our hands, and, you know, we made the smart contract. Everything was ready to go. And here we are today.
So you guys released phase 4 today. Can you talk about 1, 2, and 3 and what led up to phase 4?
Yeah. So phase 1 was our EES. That was our original mint. With that mint, we had, you know, the Peanuts reward program was in play. We had getting our game out, the NFT Worlds, and that it kind of evolved into something that we didn't planned for, because at the end of the day, being on Polygon, we never knew the next steps because of the platform. So we really kind of had the original roadmap, but we were ready to build on it no matter what. And so that was the ability to get us to phase 2 and phase 3, and now phase 4. Phase 2 was letting the cousins come in. That was really having the staking game, having peanuts involved. And then phase 3 was our Safari crates and metaverse, which is when we picked up the NFT World. We started building on the NFT World, and we got Safari crates done. And now and we started building on our NFT World, which is the amazing sculpture you see now on our NFT World. And now phase 4 is getting that first mini game and expanding into the ETH side.
That's awesome. And something that Hofstra and I were actually talking about is the market as a whole is saturated, right? Any angle that you look at it. What prompted your decision to go with NFT Worlds?
Honestly, I think it is one of the best decisions that we've ever made, specifically on the, I guess, how do you say that? The integratability. I don't know if I just made that word up.
Sure, no, makes sense.
But it's already on a great platform, which is Minecraft. Everybody under the sun knows what Minecraft is. Everybody, I mean, it's a bunch of blocks. But in that, you can build whatever you want. Like right now, we're building a 5v5 PFP battle arena custom to EES in the Safari with modeled weapons. And every other blockchain, like Sandbox, Decentraland, you can do that. But it's going to take months on end because now you have to go into a game engine. You have to 3D model. Everybody knows blocks. Everybody knows that what a Minecraft character looks like and all that. So you can customize it how you want. But also their tokenomics, the devs behind that project are, I just believe in them because of how fast and how consistent they are with the project. So, everything they've said they're going to do, they've done, and they've done it in an amazing time period. And everybody's seeing that. Right now, the market is down all over ETH, all over Polygon. Right. But there's a reason why people keep saying, oh my gosh, you need to check out NFT Worlds. There's a reason why all these projects are adapting them into their roadmap, because as a community member, I could play Minecraft and get paid in World Token, and now I can pay my rent. Or I can go out and get a Starbucks, or I can go out and buy a meal. It's kind of crazy that we're living in this life right now.
Yeah, it definitely is. And have to give a shout out to our boy from the back alley, Mr. Sam Sage. He's the first one to tell us about the NFT Worlds. We can't wait for the NFT avatar to come out. It was supposed to be at the end of this month. Yeah, I know. So we're all waiting on that. But yeah, this is a perfect segue. You kind of already hit on it, but let's go ahead and give our audience what they are waiting for. Talk to us about this phase 4 roadmap. And if you guys are down, we could really just kind of take it piece by piece. And starting with the marketing. Marketing. So total transparency, my undergrad is in marketing management and finance. And all through school, it was pounded into my head that marketing is the lifeblood of any organization. And so it's really awesome, in my opinion, that you guys are kicking off phase 4 with this emphasis. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah. So the whole NFT space is run off of marketing, hype, building the hype, getting people behind you. And without that hype, your project really isn't seen. It gets, like you said earlier, the market's very saturated. And so over these past 6 months, we have been taking notes specifically on the tactics used by other bigger projects, the tactics that they continuously use, the more common tactics, the more advanced tactics, and the tactics just to get, more involvement. And we've been really studying these over time to really detail in on which ones we want to take, which one we want to use, and how we plan to use them to our advantage. Me being a director and more on the creative side, I see everything big, very big and very grand on, I want to have a 3D elephant, smoking a cigar in the elegant resort, and is that a possibility? Maybe, but also that's when I have people like Sophie and people like Joey to say, okay, I like that idea. Now let's compact it down and make it something that people can get their hands on, people that can see it and just automatically know, oh man, that's EES. And that's one big thing that we had with our logo. I think our logo is so cool. And so even by doing something with that and being able to market that on a high level with our NFT World trailers, we're having a big trailer come out for our NFT World mini game, which is right under this. And so that's another big marketing piece leading up right into those 3D elephants. So the heavy marketing will really lead into with that NFT World 3D elephant expansion.
Yeah, and what will your role look like in that, Sophia?
Honestly, just as much as I can to keep pushing the marketing. I love graphics. I'm sure everybody in the Discord hates me for it because I'll constantly just post stickers and everything of all the elephants.
Sure.
I love getting stuff out. So as much as I can do, even if it's making stickers for the community to start blasting our elephants everywhere. I'm here for it all. But graphics and just keeping people informed on what we have going on is really my biggest part. And then, as Brody said, just anytime there's something that his big dreams want, just keep it in check to make sure that we can offer to the community as best we can. The goals are so great that Brody has, so we just want to make sure we can maintain them and get there the best way possible.
So it sounds like we all need a Sophia. And I just wanted to call this out again. Like I suggested, I'm a huge marketing guy. I know my marketing experts are going to get on to me because it says advertising. There's a whole school of thought there that we don't need to dive into, but Henry Ford said stopping advertising, and we'll say marketing for this, purpose here, to save money is like stopping your watch to save time. And it really just goes back to the fact that everything, the most important thing in any business, facilitating the exchange, right? Between the business and your potential consumer. And marketing makes the consumers aware that you guys are out there trying to do that. So it's really awesome. You guys are going down this path.
Are you able to share my screen? I just want to pull something up right here. So, I mean, I think when I got introduced, I had some people walk me through how to bridge and do all of that. And it sounds like you guys are going back to ETH now. But I have been staking my cousins this whole entire time. And I really don't understand what I can do with it. And then maybe you could just kind of explain to me how this process works, and then kind of with what you're doing with NFT Worlds, how that all integrates and the peanuts work and get world token. Do you guys have some of that figured out, or can you walk me through this?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the big question right now in the Discord is peanuts, win, what's happening there? And the big thing that we always come back to is the peanuts originally started as an in-game currency to mint the cousins. So we started this whole game because we wanted to get those elephants in people's hands. And eventually, like every other collection does, you kind of run out of, the cousins because they all minted out. But what we're doing is we're creating a plan to be able to make those peanuts more valuable. And we want to use those in our metaverse. So like we said before, NFT Worlds is run by World Token. And we get a certain amount of World Token back every month from staking our NFT Worlds. And we want to, as a project, be able to put something together so you can trade in your World Token for peanut, or your peanuts for World Token, continue to buy stuff with peanuts for our NFT World. So we're talking suites, houses, customizable items. I mean, the whole 9 yards. We want to really dive into having peanuts be our leading ecosystem. And we're actually going to be releasing another announcement very soon with what we plan on doing to make the scarcity happen with the peanuts. I've spoken a little bit with Sophia. That's why she's I think she's
right. Yeah, come on. Are we going to get some alpha here? I know you guys got to keep things under wraps, so it's totally cool. But
no, I mean, like I said from the beginning, we're an open book and we're for the community, and we do have a grand supply of peanuts. But our main goal is, from our side, we want to burn as many of those peanuts as possible to make it as scarce as possible for people, that when you own peanuts, it's something valuable. It's not just, oh, I can't do anything with them or they're useless. We respect our LP board, which is the whole LP group that you can trade peanuts for Matic. We have no hand in that. That is completely community ran from the beginning, because obviously legal reasons, and our community has stepped up and been able to make that happen. So with that being a thing, we really want to take funds from the minting of 3D elephants and donate that to our LP group, to donate that for our community, burn our supply because we don't need them. There's no reason for us to take money away from our community. That's not the point. We want to be able to continue to add value for our holders. And so by burning a supply of peanuts, say if we burn 10 million, okay, now we have a supply that was 50 million, now 40 million. So that donation makes a great big difference now. And then especially if we continue to go. So peanuts will always be around. We will continue to make stuff to use peanuts on because, as I said, I'm a creative. I'm always going to be coming up with stuff.
Sure.
We just haven't even scratched the surface of what we can do with NFT Worlds yet, what we can do with our ecosystem.
That's great. And so I think that's, a perfect segue to hop back to your roadmap here. And you talked about it a little bit, but you guys are rolling out the first NFT World play-to-earn game. I mean, that's huge. Huge.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you talk to us about this?
This is going to not only be the first playable minigame for our NFT World, but on the Polygon side in general. Being one of the bigger projects on Polygon, we're able to take these steps. And so we're wanting to reach out to as many Polygon projects as possible to really have everybody capitalize on this moment, because with the NFT World game that we selected, the 5 versus 5 deathmatch, completely customizable to EES. So I mean, you're in there, you're playing with, in the Safari with the ES logo up top. I mean, it's just amazing what these builders can do nowadays. I mean, it blows my mind. But you actually have a play to earn ability that if your team wins, now you get world token that you can hold. You can go out and you can swap it for ETH. You can, it's a full ecosystem inside an ecosystem. You know what I mean? So This is just the surface of being able to bring in that play to earn ability into our holders' hands, into Polygon hands. So that's what we're most excited about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if you guys have played on NFT Worlds. Like I tried it where they said that you could do it on all the different systems. And I mean, I powered through. I played it on my phone. I played it on the PlayStation. I played it on the Nintendo. I did it on the Xbox. It works on all the systems. It's super easy. You just need to download one thing, the Bedrock, right off. It's on Android and the App Store for Apple, and you're on in seconds. I mean, it's incredible. You can just hop on to anybody's project and play their games, like Dino Land. I think they just had something come out where you could do go-karts and you just hop on. So the fact that when we have that game come out, people can use cell phones, computers, and any gaming systems, I think just makes it so much more accessible for people.
And that's you're making money on your cell phone while you're playing the game.
Yeah.
World tokens. That's awesome.
But yeah,
that is
so
awesome.
many places to play. And that's why I tested it out to make sure it was going to be as cool as it sounded. And it was so easy once I set my wallet up and got in there. You just can join in seconds.
Yeah, that's awesome. Believe it or not, I was a bit of a troublemaker as a child. And the number one punishment for me was my mom taking my phone from me. And it's like, parents will never be able to do that again, because I'm like, Mom, if you take my phone, I'm going to miss out on all this world token.
Exactly.
You can make money playing video games.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I was in there for one day for like a couple hours just playing. And yeah, I had a ton of token at the end just from playing some games. Wasn't great at all of them. I'll admit that. Some of them take a learning curve. But yeah, I mean, you can buy it with the token that the place creates themselves. You can buy like swords, certain items to like battle with, or you can use the world token as well. So definitely a good opportunity for those peanuts to be brought right in.
So more on the business side, since this was a free mint originally, in how are you guys funding this whole project? Did you have to raise capital to do this from like outside investors? Are you able to talk about that?
That is a good question. That is a good question, because of being on Polygon, you are very, very limited. I mean, it's close to nothing on Polygon. And so to be where we're at right now, we're beyond blessed and thankful. But a big thing that it came down to was our Elegant Cousins mint, because the first 4,444 were a paid mint. And so we had a ton of people come in and buy these fans and get us to where we wanted to be, where our benchmark was. And so that gave us the capital to then be able to expand to where we are. Like I said from the beginning, we're not here, like I haven't been here to make money at all. So I've put almost everything I can back into the project. And so that's why we're able to, get the NFT world, be able to start working on it, and also continue to build, to be able to get to the standard of the blue chip Polygon project that we want it to be, and so on.
So why Polygon? Was it already on Polygon, or did you choose Polygon over like Tezos or Solana or Ethereum? I'm just guessing because it seems like to do all the stuff that you have to do, it would be expensive using gas. But why Polygon instead of another blockchain? I'm just curious.
So whenever we first started the EES, that was back when gas was crazy. And so launching a smart contract on ETH was just not accessible. I mean, you're talking about a $10,000 gas fee to post something on ETH. And that's if it doesn't fail. If it fails, now you're out $10,000. And so that was a very scary time because we had to push back in because we were full set on ETH. We were ready to go. And we ran into those roadblocks, and our developer, moved on the fly to be able to get us on Polygon. But also that's where a lot of our community was. That's where we met Dave for the Crypto Goons. We met Beluga, and we found a home in those spaces. And I really don't think that we could be here right now if it wasn't for Polygon and it wasn't for the Beluga spaces and everything, the community coming together for us on Polygon.
Yeah, Dave brought me to EES. I will fully admit that. If it wasn't for the Crypto Goons crew, I wouldn't be here. It's the only reason I found everybody. So I love that team and just want to do a quick shout out to them because they've been awesome.
Shout out the Goons. There we go.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Don't forget to mint for them Friday. Same with the LP coin. Just want to drop it real quick. But Goons and the LP coin, got to check it out Friday.
So
we might got a little bit of alpha there.
Yeah. No, I had a question. So your background was, you said a director in film. Did I hear that right?
My profession, what I'm doing right now is I'm an actor / director. This last summer, I directed my first feature film, and I've been acting for about 5 years now. I actually just signed with my first acting agency, which is really cool. So that's amazing. Thank you. So that's just a big thing of what I want to do in real life. And NFTs found me in a place where I could become very passionate and be able to be creative. And so what's better than merging those two together and be able to bring on the family that I've created, that have come to me and helped me out. Now I can pursue my dreams while having my family next to me via EES and EEC.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to understand the development side? I'm always curious about that because if you're a creative and a director and an actor, to learn the business side and then to learn the development side, was that challenging for you?
It's a lot of mentorship. It definitely was challenging and a lot of hours spent looking on YouTube. But like I said, Polygon has been amazing. And anytime I had a question, I always knew I could talk to somebody, or like whenever, even when Sophia wasn't on the team, if I needed something, I knew I could ask her or I could lean on them. When times got tough and, fudding was high in the space, they always had my back and I always had their back. And so definitely it was hard times, good times, but the community was the one that helped us be where we are and helped me be the type of project owner that I want to be right now.
So how many people are on the team total? So you have you two. Is there more? I'm guessing that we have the developer, and then how many people total does EES go for?
Yes, we have 4 community, like 4 I wouldn't say founders, like 4 team members. So Joey, he is in our he's basically our social media manager, basically co-founder, and really just the man that is my right-hand man. We talk about everything. He's in the trenches with me while we're trying to make this project work. Brian, he's actually the developer. I don't know if I could say that. I don't know. He's a developer, but he was the developer for the original Women and Weapons.
Oh wow, cool.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know if I could say that, but I don't think he
It's
cares.
said.
But he's not here anymore. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Brian. I hope he's not. Sorry. I don't think he'd be mad. It's a great accomplishment, and we'll see where that goes. But yes, he was the original dev on that project, which is really cool. And he's stuck by us, and been able to pull off some amazing stuff that's been happening in the space. Every time we ask him, he's like, okay, yeah, let me take a try at it, and gets the job done. But it's just us right now, us four. We definitely want to bring on more people as we expand. So anybody wants to come join EES, shoot me up. Let's make it happen. I love people joining.
Yeah, that's great. And I guess in the spirit of expansion, why don't you, before we close out this NFT World conversation, talk to us about your expansion? I know we're hopping a little bit around on the roadmap. We'll get it all covered, but talk to us about your plans here.
Yeah, so we want to have a full built out Tusk Vegas. That was our goal from the very beginning, is to have an open world type game where you can play multiple mini games, buy houses, buy cars, be able to renovate the inside of your house, and all that's, via world token. So that's really the basis. We want to have a full open world expansion. We want people to be able to lose hours on there, just being able to be immersed, be able to play your own NFT skin with your elephant, and be able to just really live in that moment and have as much fun as you want. We did run into some complications with our original builders, which right now it's understandable. The NFT builder side of the space is crazy right now. I mean, prices jump from nothing to literally, thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's totally understandable that we can run into some hiccups and bumps along the way. But our main goal is to expand on that type of the NFT world aspect to give our holders as much stuff to chew on as possible.
That's awesome. And why don't you talk to us, because you mentioned it earlier, and I want to make sure we bring it up, about your plans to fund this expansion through your 3D elephants. And we do need to be clear here that you guys have now made the decision to hop back to Ethereum. So maybe before you talk to us about the 3D, tell us about why you made that decision.
Yeah, so it all boils down to Polygon is a great platform, is loving people, and a great place to be if you are a starting artist and you want to be able to make a name for yourself. But as we are growing, we found that, expanding and being able to grow as a brand isn't as likely, and is very far to, it's very hard to be able to do what we want to do and be able to be as prominent as we want to be on the platform. And that decision weighed heavily for us on months, because we continue to try to work, we try to work, but that level of premium isn't there on Polygon that we believe that needs to be to make us successful. Because you have people come in, they buy an elephant for no gas, or they just stumble upon the project. Well, if the elephants are not as premium as ETH, people don't view us as highly, and it's just harder to make a name for ourselves after doing so much, when on ETH we could do a fraction of that and get notoriety for longer period of time. So we want to be able to take everything we've built, all the hard work we put in, and said, hey, we do deliver, and we've delivered countless of times. Mm-hmm. Here we are. We're ready for you.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so talk to us about the collection you're launching there. I'll just, give the highlights real quick from your roadmap, and then you can dive in for anything that we need to know. But these are going to be 3D elephants, which is sweet in itself. Of course, mint date and the price are to be determined, just like any other project. It's going to be a 5,000 piece collection. But now here's where I became really interested. You guys are going to use a non-deflationary tactic in an effort to, like you talked about with the peanuts, make your pieces more scarce and in turn ideally become more valuable. So you're actually going to allow your current holders to burn EES and the cousins in an attempt to get a free mint, or not an attempt, to get a mint. And basically, like I suggested, your thoughts are, tell me about your thoughts.
Yeah, so we ran into a slight, pushback when we started minting the EC. There was a lot of talk of, oh man, this is ruining my investment. Now you're oversaturating the elephants, and and we take everything from our community into consideration. And so we thought about what the best move was, because we know that we've been wanting to make the move to ETH for a while now. And me being who I am, I always want to go and do the biggest and the best thing out there. So that's why we decided to go for the 3D mints. And that the 3D elephants already look sick. I want them to be as highly, up there with all the big name 3D, the 3D projects, but also have a project behind them to build up, and not just say, oh, we're 3D, we're cool, give us money. No, we've done X, Y, and Z. We're here for you type deal. But by doing this tactic of burning NFTs, now we give our holders an opportunity to move to the other side with us without ruining their investment. Because with this tactic, you're basically lowering the count of collection sizes, and we're having a 5,000 collection. And if every elephant gets burnt out of our whole situation, that'll only cover that'll be half of the mint, so about 2,500 of the 3D elephants, and that's if everybody moves across the line with us.
Right.
So now, not only does that help the people that want to stay on Polygon, because now the collection that was 7,500 is 2,000. That's already amazing. So it continues to value our holders' investment. We don't strip away and say, "Hey, buy Polygon. We're going to ETH now." We're giving them the opportunity to say, "Hey, come along with us. Let's take this ride together, and we want to help you. You help us, and let's do something great."
Oh, that's awesome.
Go ahead, Hofstra, if you had something. Yeah. So in a perfect world, then, would it be your community burning all of the tokens from Polygon and migrating as a whole to Ethereum? Or would you still like to have a mix? Like, what does a perfect world look like? And I know that might be a tough question. It might not even be something that you've outlined, but I am curious about that.
I mean, a perfect world is wherever our holders are happy, really, because I mean, you're going to have people. If there's only 3 elephants in EES and our ETH project is doing amazing, oh man, now people are going to want those 3 original EES there. So it's really, for us, I can't see a lose-lose situation here. I only see a win-win situation for the people that want to take the move, for people to want to stay in Polygon. I really think that we've been considerate with our holders in our minds to be able to do the best things for them. Mm-hmm. And so that's really, I think, in a perfect world where our holders are happy, we're happy, and the project will succeed.
Yeah, that's great. I was listening to a podcast, and basically what they were suggesting from a high level is that here in Web3, any blockchain, there's so many different financial experiments, if nothing else, going on. And it's like, that's exactly what you guys are doing here. So there's so much learnings that, of course, you guys internally can take, but the broader space, financial analysts as a whole, can monitor what you guys are doing here and learn from it. And so it's really awesome you guys are doing this. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've heard of another project, one, consuming a whole project like you did with the cousins, or two, attempting to burn some of their current tokens, not in an incubator style, right? We've all heard about the mutants and that sort of thing, and burning there is its own, but burning, their actual token, it's really, really interesting. It's definitely going to be cool to see how that plays out. And so my last question about the 3D elephants is, where do they sit in this hierarchy? So we talked about, EES at the top, your cousins. Where is it kind of like a horizontal move to EES, or how exactly does that work?
I think being on ETH at all, that becomes the most premium due to the fact of, not only are they 3D, we're putting in the most time and effort into the 3D fans, but also having more eyes on the project, that automatically brings their value up as a whole. So definitely this gives our holders the opportunity to merge into that premium version for absolutely nothing, for their already invested fans that they already have, that they've been sitting on. This just gives them that bridge to be able to say, hey, I'm not going to be spending X amount. My owners have my back, and they're going to be able to let me take this journey for just my current NFTs, for an NFT that could be triple the value. We never know.
Right.
Yeah. So I have kind of switched gears here. you talked about Lazy Lions. I just wanted to hear some of your inspirations or what projects you guys are also in. Now, that's probably consumes a lot of your time, but if you're in the space, you're usually like in multiple Discords and following different things. You said Goons, but what else are you guys into?
Sophia, you want to get on that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of I kind of move around a lot, but I mean, really, my main projects EES has always been number one. I'm a huge fan of Front Yard Baseball as well. I don't know if anybody's looked at that, but that's the one that. No. Right now, they're basically they're making it backyard baseball on steroids, in my opinion. It is so much better. The graphics look so good. You'll be able to play, I think, on teams, and it's going to be 1-versus-1 player at the time. And don't quote me on any of this. I could be completely incorrect on that one, but I believe
Sophia said. Right.
What's that? Oh yeah. Yeah, please don't quote me on it. But I know once the game comes out, they're starting off. You won't be able to play with a full team of 9. It's just 1 NFT per game that you'll be able to submit, but you guys can play for free or you can play for money. Love that game. That one's going to be really cool. And then I really like the Underworld Weirdos that we did a collab with them recently, and that just sucked me in. And then Crypto Goons. Dave's my guy. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I literally heard about EES from him. He posted it up in one of the Discords I was in a while ago, and then just been sucked in ever since.
Yeah, how did you hear about EES, Hofstra?
Through the back alley. I know you guys just did a collab with them. Actually, how does that work? So you stake to get the back alley? I mean, can you explain how that partnership works?
Yeah, so Beat the Odds actually came into our project a long time ago and has just been kind of hanging out.
He's got so many. He was telling me the other day like how many he has. I was like, geez, man, I have 2.
Yes.
You got like 1,000.
I think he came in even before I did.
Yeah, he sweeped up during the free mint and continued to sweep up, constantly supporting the project, especially with his sleepover. So just been giving those away to all of his community members. But actually, all you have to do, if you have peanuts in your wallet, you just go over to their website and you can actually mint using those peanuts to get you a Goodle Dog, which is amazing, which I thought was very cool. We decided to do that partnership. They came up to me, wanted to do something. I obviously was with open arms because they've always supported us. I want to support them 100%. And them integrating peanuts into their ecosystem with just minting already is so cool, and I think is unbelievable. So I was 100%, let's do it. Let's go in. And I think they said 50 people or like 50 Goodle Dogs have been rescued using peanuts, which is
awesome.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really awesome.
So you didn't answer, Elon. I'm curious to hear what projects you're into, or what was your inspiration, or what were the first couple that you got into that you're still interested in?
I mean, the big projects that I'm in right now are the ones that benefit EES, really. I mean, NFT Worlds, I'm constantly in that one, and World Wide Web is another one that we're in. Basically, the big metaverse ones, I'm just constantly trying to learn and adapt with them. Like I said before, I'm not really a collector. I love all of our Polygon projects, and I pop in sometimes when I get a chance. Discord just gets very overwhelming very fast. So, so I really just check in and hit on the ones that we can talk about and see if they can benefit EES in any way.
Yeah, definitely. You know, what it's all about is finding the opportunity to combine your passion with a paycheck, right? And so it's really great that you're doing that. And Elon, I know you have a hard stop. And so before you go, I definitely want to make sure that I pull this back up, because this, in my opinion, is something that I am the most excited for about your roadmap. And so let's go ahead and talk about Society Studios. Why don't you give us the rundown there of what's going on, and then we've got a couple of questions to ask you.
Yeah. Being an actor and director, and I said that this summer I made my first feature film. Mm-hmm. So being in that industry, being in that type of mind space is somewhere where I thrive and is my happy space. So, I mean, I'm constantly writing, constantly working with writers and other actors, other directors. So this just kind of feels like a no-brainer, being able to have the funds from the ETH Mint seed a movie production that could then be sold to a distributor to then go back into our NFT project and be able to have events for our NFT holders, I mean, that sounds like a no-brainer and an awesome move. So it was kind of something that I've been sitting on for a little bit and didn't know, okay, is it possible to do this? Would people enjoy this?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, art is art, and people come to the NFT space for art, and we're making art in just another art in just another form. And I mean, in this thing, I say I do have a lot of connections, which is true. I mean, I'm constantly working in the scene. My best friends are working in the scene, and so just being able to have all these people around me in the industry and context with people like Netflix, having people in the inside of these big distributors to then say, hey, here's this film that we made with a budget that wouldn't have been there without our project.
Yeah.
It's something that hasn't happened before in my opinion, that I haven't seen. I mean, there are some other projects going around, but like I said from the beginning, I like to do stuff on the big scale, and I want to be able to take all the money that we can, that we allocated for this, and create something beautiful with it to be able to then push our project forward and then continue, because who knows what we can be in 10 years. We could be, an A24. We could be, I want to be as big as Warner Brothers one day. I think it'd be awesome to have our own studio lot and be able to make films and continue to push that brand along. But this is just kind of in my wheelhouse. I mean, I'm constantly working with people that are in this industry. So I think with any funds that we get, we can create not maybe one movie, maybe two movies. I mean, maybe even 4 or 5. And
Sure.
that will bring more funds back into the project later.
Yeah, I wonder if a project has launched a film yet. Like maybe you'll be the first to do an NFT film, whatever. I'm sure you'll come up with a better. You're the artist, so I'm sure you'll come up with a better, play on words there. But something like that would be really cool. And what I did want to highlight and kind of ask about is this last sentence right here. Have a hand in the movie making process. Talk to me about that. What is the community engagement going to look like?
Yeah. So I want our community to be involved as much as possible. And that means that, say, if we need extras, we can put an open cast call in our Discord for people to hop in on and say, hey, I want to come be in a film that I own an NFT in, or have some exclusive BTS only for our holders. And even, the hand in the movie making process can be an abundant amount of things. We might have writers in the society. We might have videographers and people that are wanting to get in the industry. I know before the free mint, we had some people in our space that were working on movies like Dune and writing for big budget films. Well, we have people all over the space that are doing that we don't even know about. And maybe we have people that want to jump into that space. So if we can be that outlet and bring people into the industry, be able to make their dreams reality, put them into an art making situation, oh man, that's a win-win situation. And obviously there's more things that go into that, but we want to have, I feel like it'd be great to have people that own the NFTs make the movies and be in the movies. I think that'd be great, because we're not talking about, I'm not wanting to make, NFT movies like that are about NFTs. I want to make real eye capturing, beautiful cinematography, beautiful art. And so that could be, that would be cool to be able to say EES won an Oscar. I think that would be great.
I love it. I love it. Hey, you got to think big, and really in the NFT space, it's as creative as you can get. Anything. I mean, if you can think it and do it, that's pretty much how this works. That's the beauty of it. So I know we're getting up on close to the end of time. I really appreciate you guys hopping on. Is there anything else before we jump off that you guys want to discuss or share with people?
Oh gosh, there's so much coming up. I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, we have to bring up the Safari crates. Talk to us about the Safari crates. What's
good call
going on there? I mean, this is, in your words, an in real life package that we can buy with peanuts.
Yep, peanuts and WAF.
Yeah, what is the Safari crate? What exactly is that? What is contained in the Safari crate? I know it's the last piece of your roadmap here. Just talk to us about that. What could we expect in the Safari crates? How does it play into your ecosystem? What about the suites? Are they connected? Just give us this rundown, please.
Yeah, so every Safari Crates comes with a suite along with in real life merch. So we handle all of the shipping and stuff, and you can have, you know, a special item in there, whether it be an ES cap, an ES robe, you know, an NFT, peanuts. It could be an abundant of things. Um, but the big thing in that is we wanted to be able to give our holders merch and be able to have them be able to grab onto something. And by doing that, we gave all of our whale fans server boosters and along with some other people free Safari crates. So basically free merch, free shipping for just being a part of the project, giving back to our OGs, making them happy, which if they're happy, we're happy. And the big thing in that is we just wanted to get something into the people's hands. We are, like I said, we're on Polygon. We're not some multi-million-dollar company. So we are working with a local house here in my hometown to be able to make that merch. So obviously, with not being able to have all the funding in the world, it does take a bit more time, but we are working on it. We are grinding our teeth and being able to push through that to make it be something worth it for our holders. And at the end of the day, we're constantly working. So we want to, in the meantime, just give our holders as much to chew on as possible.
That is definitely awesome. So, Hafsha, do you have any more questions? Because I have one more, if not.
No, go for it.
I've got one more question. Hafsha, you're going to like this one. I was doing my research, scrolling through the Discord. I was writing up some notes. I said, okay, look at all these different ways you can spend peanuts. I think some of the notes I have are your EES one-of-ones, Safari crates, Goodle dogs. I wrote down PRP. I guess I don't remember what that stands for.
The Peanut Rewards Program.
Oh, Peanut Rewards Program. Yep. But what interested me the most, Hofstra, I'm not going to speak for you. I am going to speak for you. We're true degens. What interested me the most is you can spend peanuts on your sports book. You can bet.
Oh wait, there's sports gambling here?
No,
I got 975 peanuts times 2. Can I do something with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, talk to us about this.
It's honestly, I wish that I could speak more onto it. One of our community members, B. James, and I really hope I'm not butchering his name right now in there. Sure. He loves to run that page. Seriously, if it's any sports events, he's like, bring on the peanut bets. I think one of the biggest tournaments they just did for peanuts was the golf tournament, Masters. I know what that is. So they just
did put it in the pool and then you try to win peanuts against the field.
So, yeah, basically they all, I can't remember what his peanut bets were that they put up, but everybody put a certain amount of peanuts in. And I believe that they did that a draft style with all the people that entered. And then whoever won got all those peanuts. So, I mean, it was a pretty good amount of peanuts. I believe it was like 1,000 peanuts per entry is what everybody did. He just sets it up however. But if you guys like sports, that's the place to be on the Discord.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to spend my peanuts. And just like my take on it, I don't know if you can do straight up betting. Maybe you can. But basically, Hofstra, what it is like the NBA playoffs are going on right now. You kind of choose a team, put your peanuts into that team. If they win, you bring home all the peanuts. And so they did it with golf. They're doing it with the Premier League. They may have done it with hockey. I was running through that, and it was awesome. Yeah. It's really, really cool. Right up Hofstra and I's alley. And so personally, that's how I'll be spending my peanuts. No question about it.
Hey, we're for it in any way. I mean, I'm glad I put it on that brochure that I made just because, again, it's those little things that people don't think about. Constantly, we're trying to push out and give people new things to be thinking about and delivering. But when you do that, things can kind of get lost. So thank you for bringing that one up because that's definitely a big one that we constantly try to have people join. He's always in there saying, who wants to bet? We know you guys like sports. So many people like sports. I mean, I'm a huge sports fan myself, so.
Yes, and so I definitely just wanted to, we don't have to walk through it, but Sophia, part of being a community manager, she put together this awesome brochure. We're going to have the link to it in the video description. It's just, if you're interested in the EES, this is a great, simple breakdown. This is the sort of thing that I would bring it to my parents and say, this is how you NFT, right?
Yep.
And so the artwork's beautiful. It tells you all about the different ways you can sell use your peanuts, the Safari crates, the one-of-ones. And so it's a really awesome stop to get a high-level perspective of, what exactly is going on in the Elegant Elephant Society. And something else that's really important here is security. You guys had talked about it at the beginning of the show. You even included some trusted community members. So you have a place to go if you have any questions outside of this brochure and that sort of thing. And that's really important to know who to talk to, especially in such a slippery space.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I love Discord, but there's so much gaps in there. So to keep everybody in the know of like exactly who our mod team is, just who the safe people are, is so important. Absolutely.
Well, I know we're getting close to, the hard stop for Elon. Thank you guys for coming on. We're going to put descriptions in the link. And we definitely urge you guys to check out Elegant Elephant Society. Also give Elon Tusk and Sophia25 a follow on Twitter. And thank you guys so much for your time. That's all we got. Yeah.
The last thing is we are doing a giveaway. So make sure it's pinned on the Web3 DJ page. We're going to do that probably right after the show. Some great pieces. Sophia and the Elegant Elephant Society generously donated. We're really thankful for having you guys on. Just like Hofstra said, to you in the audience, if you guys like the show, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All the socials to both of our accounts will be in the video description. All of the links to the brochure that we shared, the Elegant Elephant Society website, how to stake, their Discord, all of that stuff will be in the description. So make sure you check that out. Sophia and Elon Tusk, thank you guys so much for coming on and joining us on Web3 DJs.
Yeah, thank you so much
for having us.
You guys want to run one more spot for the giveaway? We can just do another 1,000 peanuts. I'll throw that into a random number. Whoever's 25.
There it is.
You heard it. 1,000 peanuts. That's more gambling money.
I really appreciate you guys. We'll definitely have to do this again when I have a bit more time. I'm down to talk whatever, even if it's about the space. I like just talking about NFTs. So definitely hit me up anytime. And I have to go here, but I hope to see you guys in the Discord.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Tusk, I trust.
In Tusk, we trust. Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday.